We would get stopped about 5 times a day by the same police officers, just for no reason. Not even outside the shop or congregating, just picking at individuals. It was on a day when I was in a park, when I was approached by a policeman who wanted to stop and search me. And he stopped and searched me and he strangled me and he held me up against the wall. First he said, "You need to move away from here." And I said, "I can't, because this is where my friend lives." And he pushed me and I moved back a little bit, and he pushed me again and he pushed me again until I hit the wall. And when I got onto the wall, he grabbed me by my neck and held me up against the wall while another officer patted me down. And that was it really that day. 2 days later, I got a call from my grandmother, and she said that the police had just come round and they said they wanted to speak to me. And I knew I never done nothing wrong, so I thought the best thing to do is just to go to the local police station. So I went to Stratford police station and I asked if I'm wanted or not. And they arrested me and was taking me to Forest Gate police station. It was all okay until the officers that brought me there had to leave. And when they left, the people behind them coming was PC McFarlane and Joe Harrington. And that's when, because he was wearing riot gear, but I noticed the circle in his face. I could recognize that part of his face, and I said, "You're the officer?" And he said, "No, I'm not." And I said, "Yes, you are. I know what you done this to me." And I said, "Look, remember when you strangled me on the wall?" And he kind of looked at me in recognition, and he goes, "Well, what, you want it to happen again?" And I sat there and I just laughed because I didn't think he would do nothing. And then he said that I'm handcuffed to the front and that's not supposed to be like that, that you need to be handcuffed to the back. And he dragged me on the floor, kicked me, stamped on me, even though I said that I made it clear that I will not resist. I'll be happy I'll lay down on the floor. He lifted his leg up 90 degrees parallel from the floor and drove it into my back and held it in that position. Then he got the handcuffs and pulled them up at the same time, stretching my back in like an arc, a semicircle way. And then he kneeled on my back. So he dropped his whole body weight into my back, into the back of my spine. And another police officer come out shouting, saying to stop because he can't breathe. And that's when he got off of me and the medical staff come. And when the medical staff was there, he kneeled down behind me and started to rub my back. And I looked at him in disbelief, I couldn't believe that he's rubbing my back. I was confused, and he just smiled. PC McFarlane, before they stamped on my back, I said to him that he looks like he's been in the office, because he's an old man, innit? I said, "You look like you've been doing this job for a long time and I don't want no trouble with you. Please, just let me lay down and you can handcuff me to the back." And he accused me of being racist. There was nothing I could do. It seemed like no matter what I done, everything I was saying to him was rude or wrong. I made a complaint nearly straight after. As soon as I got out, I made a complaint to the IPCC about what they done, about what PC Joe Harrington had done to me. I think there's so many bad police officers, but then there's so many good ones are the one that no one knows about, So yeah, I think there are still racists in the police in a lot of places.